Jai Hind students, today in standard 6 subject science, this is the video number 3 of second semester, and in this video we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 10, motion and measurement of distance. So first of all we will see what is the meaning of motion. See, if you look any object, or if you look at me, suppose I am standing in same place, right? Now if I move from one place to another, that means I am in motion, right? So we can say that from this example, when an object moved from one place is called motion. If an object moved from its place is called motion. And if the object is in the same place, so we can say that the object is in rest position. Rest position. If the object is in the same place, right? So if we take an example of our body, in our body our eyes blinking, right? So the eyes blinking are in the motion. We can say they are in the motion. If we move any object or any book from one place to another, then you can say that that book is moved its position. So that was in motion. That was in motion. So from this example we can say that when an object moves its position, so it is known as motion. See, in this chapter we learn about the measurement of the distance. See, dear students, nowadays to measure anything we have a specific scale, right? We are using nowadays scale to measure any distance, and its units are different, right? So if you want to measure this dust, what you will use a simple small scale, compass box, 15 centimeter scale, and we can measure this distance, right? But in this chapter we will learn how the people used to measure in the olden days, right? We learn how people used to measure the distance in the olden days, right? Now, so for this, suppose we will take an example where you have gone in your vacation. So this vacation was COVID-19, so many students stay at home only, because suppose if you take an example of previous vacation or last year vacation, if you went some places, so some students will tell that we went to my native place, and for that first they went by a bus, then that took small rickshaw, and if you went to small villages, then they will say that they went by a bullock cart or something, right? In the same way, if you ask to other students, so they will tell that I went to Delhi or some places, and there I went by plane. Or if you will take some coastal area, some students you will ask that they will tell that they went by boat, right? So in some places boat are used to travel, right? So these are the modes of transport. These are the modes of transport. So now we will see the some modes of transport. We will see some modes of transport. Which are the modes of transport? Bus, car, bike, bullock cart, aeroplane, boat, train. So these are some modes of transport. So for this, if you have to move from one place to place, means if you are in motion, you have to use this modes of transport. These are the some modes of transport. See, we have seen some modes of transport, but in the olden days, do you think how people used to travel from one place to another? See, most of the people travel by foot. They used to travel by foot, right? So, or we can say they walk by walking. They move from one place to another by walking, and they carry the goods on their back, or either they use animals to carry goods, right? Later on, invention of wheel. Made a great change. Later on, invention of wheel. After the invention of wheel, people used to carry goods on bullock carts, and they use wheels in the bullock cart, and on bullock carts they used to carry goods, and they use for transport from one place to another also. Until the 19th century, people were using depending on the animals only. Until 19th century, people were dependent on the animals to transport from one place to another. Later on, invention of the steam engine. Invention of steam engine. After the invention of steam engine, trains and boats started. They made trains and boats, and so people use train and boats for the transport, right? If they want to transport from one place to another, they use boats or train after the invention of the steam engine. See, after invention of steam engine, train were started, and then later came automobiles. Because of automobiles started ship, boat, cars and all these things, right? So first people used to carry their goods on their back, and if they want to move from one place to another, they move by walking in the older days. And then invention of the wheel. After the invention of the wheel, they used to use the animals to carry goods from one place to another. And then the invention of the steam engine, train started, and then automobiles came in the use of automobiles, boats, car, buses and all these things, right? So nowadays we are using automobiles and these modes of transports we are using. And then in the 20th century, electric train, monorail, spacecraft, and supersonic plane. So these are the modes of transport. These are the history of the modes of transport. So what is the meaning of motion? Motion, the objects, when objects move from one place to another place, it's known as motion. And for that motion, if you want to move from a long distance, we use the modes of transport. And these are the modes of transport. Now we will see the measurement. We will see the measurement. How do we measure? See, as I told you, nowadays we are using a scale, but in the olden days, for this I will give one example. Suppose you are sitting on a bench with your friend, and with your friend, and you are fighting each other that this place of bench is mine and this is mine. So what teacher will do? Teacher will suggest that divide your bench in two equal parts. Make a line and divide your bench in two equal parts, and then you can use that part. So what students has done? See, that two students were fond of playing gilli danda. See, have you ever seen gilli danda? Gilli is like small piece of stick and danda is little bit long, right? So the students use this gilli danda to measure the bench, right? Students use gilli and danda to measure the bench. So one gilli and one danda each side. When they measured, the bench was 2 gilli and 2 danda, so they divided into half equal parts. But that line, after some time, that line rubbed away. So when they again measured, that time 2 danda and 1.5 gilli happened. Why? Because the gilli and danda which they used previously, the danda was broken, so they used the new danda, and the new danda has not specific measurement. The measure means the danda which they used previous and the danda which they use now, the measure is different. So this time it happens 2 danda and 1.5 gilli. So from this we can say that this is not standard measurement, because if we will use this, the measurement will be different each and every day. So this is not used as a standard measurement. Now, instead of gilli danda, if they use a thread or string, you can use a thread, big thread also, right, and make it into half equal parts, right? But do you think this is also standard measurement? No, this is also not a standard measurement, right? And suppose if you want to measure any distance, suppose if you want to measure the place from the school to your home, do you think you will use gilli danda or any thread or a string, right? Now, or if you want to measure anything, suppose a farmer is sowing seed in their field, and if they want to measure some seeds or some things, which device it will use? Suppose if you want to measure the distance between the sun and the earth, how you will measure, all the device which you will use right? So there are so many questions arising in our mind. So which device we will use for the measurement? So we will get the exact distance, right, for the measurement, right? So which is the device which we will use to measure any distance? So we will see some example or some object of the device which can be used for the measurement, so we can get the distance or any measurement of that object. So over here, to measure any distance, we can do one activity. Right. So what we will do, we will measure this board by using hand span. Right. We will do the activity. For example, one by one students will measure this board with the help of hand span. So this is the hand span. Suppose if I am measuring the board 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Right? See, I have measured the board with the help of hand span, and that is 11 hand span. Now, I will tell any one of the students, or students will come and they will measure the board with their hand span, right? So, there will be slightly difference. So, this activity you can do at home, or you can measure any object with the hand span with the help of your family or friends. Tell them to measure any table, any door or anything, and measure with the hand span, right? First you measure, then tell to your brother, sister or father, mother, and measure that object with the hand span and mention in the activity or the this. From this you will come to know that there will be slightly difference. There will be slightly difference will be there, right? While measuring the objects by using hand span. So today in this video we have seen what is motion and modes of transports, how people used to carry goods in the olden days, and which are the modes of transports used in the olden days. We have seen the history of the transport. First, people used to move from one place to place by walking, and they carry their goods on their back, and then invention of wheel. People use animals to carry goods on bullock carts after the invention of wheel, and until 19th century people were dependent on the animals, and then after the 19th century invention of steam engine made the possible of train, and then boats were used. In the olden days also boats used, people used boats, right? And after the train came automobiles, and due to the automobiles bikes, cars, buses and all this came, and then in the beginning of the 20th century spacecraft, monorail, electric train and supersonic plane, right? So these were the modes of transport, and then we have seen the measurement, how people used to measure in the olden days, and we have seen some of the body parts used for the measurement, and that is hand span. So we will see some more measurement used in the olden days, and we will see the body parts also which are used for the measurement, right, in the next video. Thank you.